Howdy all, lovely to see you all again. Album stuff is nearly done, so I'm very excited to nearly share that with you. But that being said, now I have more time to work on videos, so I've decided to go back and have a look at Sails of Charon by Scorpions, and I thought it was such a crap video way back in the day. I wanted to do a new one with HD and some tabs, so let's take a look. Okay, so let's take a look at the first section. I want to work through a bit of a tritone arpeggio. I'm going to start off sliding through all four of these notes as just one note per string, and a bit of vibrato when you get there does help a little bit. So I want to slide into 6th fret of the 5th string, then 7 of the 4th, then 8 of the 3rd, and then 10 of the 2nd. All together. Okay, then after that we'll work into this phrase. What I'm doing here is playing 7, 8, 10, 8, 7 on the 2nd. Then I jump to 9 of the 3rd. And then what I want to do there is do a pull off from 8 to 7 on the 2nd. All together. Okay, then from there I want to play 9, 8, 9 on the 3rd string. And then resolve that little chunk to 7 of the 2nd string. So all together. Okay, and we'll work through this phrase. So this is all kind of similarly phrased. I want to do a pull off from 8 to 7 on the 2nd string, and then pluck 5, and then a pull off from 7 to 5 on the 2nd string, and then pluck 4. Now the next one I do, I want to play 5 to 4 on the 2nd string, but then pluck 5 of the 3rd. Sort of go. Okay, and then I want to go. So what I've got there is a hammer on from 4 to 5 on the 3rd string, and then I want to play 4 of the 2nd string. Sort of go. Hopefully that's all making sense. Let's try from the start relatively slowly, and then we'll add the next half to it. Okay, let's have a look at the last chunk now. Hopefully that's all making sense. I want to do a pull off from 5 to 4 on the 2nd string, and then jump to 7 of the 3rd. Now it is a bit abrasively chromatic, but you guys will learn to love it like I have. Okay, then from there I want to do a pull off from 5 to 4 on the 3rd string, and then hit 7 of the 4th. Sort of go. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat that little pull off that I did on the 3rd string from 5 to 4, and then jumping from the pinky to 7 of the 4th string. So I'm going to do that little idea in the middle twice. And then from there. So what I've done here is I've hit the pinky again, and then I'm going to do the other phrase that we had, which is the pull off and the pinky jumping up a string, this time from the 4th string. So I'm going to do a pull off from 5 to 4 on the 4th string, and then hit, 7 of the 5th. So all together. The way I think of it is it's just the same phrase 4 times in a row. It's a pull off with the middle and the pointer, and then a pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just the same idea with the same emphasis played 4 times in a row. Okay, then to finish that off, what I'm going to do here is just work up and down the scale. So I want to start from 4 of the 4th string. I'm going to play 4, 5, 7 on the 4th, and the same on the 3rd. And then just reverse my steps. So just working backwards the way we came, and then we resolve it to 7 of the 5th string. That's the whole first section. Let's do it relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Okay, let's have a look at the second section. I want to start from 4 of the 3rd string and then jump to 4 of the 4th string. Then I work through this phrase. So what I do here is I play 7 of the 5th, and then I want to be playing 4, 5, 7 on the 4th. And then I just want to reverse my steps after that. I'm going to play 5 and then 4 on the 4th string, and then back up to 7 of the 5th. So I go. So altogether thus far. Okay, then I jump back to 4 of the 4th. And then from there, it doesn't particularly matter where I start, but I want to end with a slide to 11 of the 3rd string. So altogether thus far a little bit slower. Hopefully that's all making sense, and then I go. What I've got here is I'm playing 9, 11, 12 on the 3rd, then play 10 of the 2nd string, and then I want to reverse that by playing 12, 11, 9 on the 3rd. So all together. Okay, then we're working to this next little chunk, which is essentially the same idea a couple of times in a row. I want to do a hammer-on from 12 to 13 on the 2nd string, then hit 15 of the 1st, and then I'm going to do a pull-off from 13 to 12. So we're going to reverse that initial hammer-on. I'm going to resolve that little chunk by playing 14 of the 3rd string. So we're going to work through little mini groups of 6. So I want to borrow that idea and emphasis, and we're going to bring it back a couple of frets. Now I'm going to play 10 to 12 as a hammer-on the 2nd string, and then hit 14 of the 1st, then do a pull-off from 12 to 10 on the 2nd string. So reversing that hammer, and then hitting 12 of the 3rd. So back to back. It's a very similar idea. We're going to bring it back now. We're going to hammer 8 to 10 on the 2nd, play 12 of the 1st, pull off 10 to 8 on the 2nd, and then hit 11 of the 3rd. Now the next one's exactly the same as the first, just down a couple of frets. So I'm going to play 7, 8 on the 2nd as the hammer, 10 of the 1st, pull off the 8 to the 7 on the 2nd, and then hit the 9 of the 3rd. So we've got, see, fingering, it's exactly the same. Okay, now the next one's a little bit tricky. I want to hammer 4 to 5 on the 2nd string and then play 8 of the 1st to get that sort of more exotic harmonic minor dominant Phrygian vibe happening. So I'm playing 4, 5 as the hammer, 8 of the 1st, pulling off, and then hitting 7 of the 3rd. Sorry, 5 of the 3rd. Okay, now to finish that, the last chunk of that, I'm going to do a hammer-on from 4 to 5 on the 3rd string this time, hit 7 of the 2nd, and then do a pull-off from 5 to 4 on the 3rd, and then hit 7 of the 4th. So I'm going to play all of those chunks back to back with a small gap in between so you can hear it in separate little bits. Okay, now to finish it off, we've just got a bit of a legato run. We'll put it all together and then we'll do it again slowly with some tabs. So what I want to do to start that legato run is do a pull off from 5 to 3 on the 1st, and then 3 times in a row, I'm going to play 7, 5, 4 as a legato. I'm going to play that on the 2nd string, so just plucking the 7 and then rolling. Same on the 3rd string, same on the 4th, and then we'll resolve that to just a single note on 7 of the 5th. over that on the 7, the next section starts from that vibrato note. So forget that for now. We'll resolve it to there. So let's go from the start of the section relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Okay, let's take a look at the third section. I want to start off by playing 4 of the 3rd string, and then sliding in to 10 of the 2nd. Okay, then we're working to this phrase. It's exactly the same thing twice, but it is pretty annoying to play. I want to do a pull off from 13 to 12 on the 2nd, then play 14 of the 3rd, and back down to 12 of the 2nd. Okay, at the end of that, I want to do a hammer on from 11 to 14 on the 3rd string. Okay? Then I work into this phrase. Now this is a bit confusing. I want to play 15, and then 14 to 15 is a hammer on, and then pluck the 14 again. Hopefully that's all making sense thus far. And then I'm going to do a hammer on from 13 to 14 on the 4th string, and then slide from 12 to 11 on the 1st. At the end of that, I want to play 11 to 14 on the 3rd string, but that 14 needs to last, so you've got to vibrato the crap out of it. Alright, let's try that whole phrase again. We do exactly the same thing twice. Then we'll work into this phrase. There's a bit of chromatics at the start, and then it gets quite diminished-y up until the 4th section. So I go, I want to play 9 twice on the 4th string, and then roll it back chromatically by playing 8 and then 7. So 2 9s, and then just rolling back 8 7 on the 4th. Okay, at the end of that, I've got to pull off from 10 to 7 on the 2nd, then I jump to 10 of the 4th, and then back down to 7 of the 2nd string again. So I go, and then I go into this little phrase here. So a string skipped diminished idea. So I'm playing 8 to 11 on the 3rd, then I play 8 of the 1st string, and then I pull off 11 to 8 on the 1st. So it'll go, at the end of that, I want to do a pull off from 11 to 8 on the 3rd string. So it'll go all together. Let's try the whole thing from the start of the section, and then we'll work through the last chunk. Okay, then we'll work into this next phrase. It's exactly the same thing 4 times in a row. I'm hammering 11 to 14, then playing 11 of the 1st string. So it's 11 to 14 on the 3rd as a hammer, 11 of the 1st string, and then a pull off from 14 to 11 on the 1st, and then I jump back up to 14 of the 3rd. And I think it's just 2 triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to do that group of 6 4 times. Okay, then I go. So what I do is I bring that shape up a semitone, but we're going to start from the higher side first. So I'm going to do a pull off from 15 to 12 on the 1st string, then play 15 of the 3rd, and then hammer 12 to 15 on the 3rd. So I go. And then I'm just playing that 12 of the 1st string again. So our triplets are still the same. The emphasis is the same. We're just starting from the higher side. I do exactly the same idea from 16 to 13 now with that same arpeggio shape. And then again from 17. And then again from 18. And that'll end on 15. So I've got 4 in a row in the same place. And then we start from 15 to the first and work up chromatically. So let's try and take it from the start. We'll put the whole thing together and then we'll do it again slowly with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Okay, last section. I want to start from 19 to the first string. And we're just going to play that 4 times in a row with some crazy-ish vibrato. Just keep it constant. Okay, then after that, I want to do 3 semitone bends. At the end of that, just a regular 19. So we've got 4 vibrato 19s, 3 semitone bends, and then another 19 after that. Okay, then I want to go 14 to 17 on the first. Then the next bit I do, I've got to pull off from 14 to 11, and then I just want to play 14 again. Okay, then at the end of that, I work through a diminished arpeggio, which is this. Let's go through that slowly. I want to start off by playing 8-11 on the first string, then 10 of the second, and then down to 8 of the first. And then I want to jump to 11 of the third and then play 10 of the second. So to go. Okay, then from there, I want to play 8-11 on the third string. And then I play 10 of the fourth. Then I play 8 of the third. So all together. All together from the start. Now, as soon as I hit that 8 of the third string, I want to slide to 5 of the third, and then I go. So after I've slid to 5, I want to do a pull off from 8 to 5, and then play 8 again. Then I play 7 of the second, and then resolve that to 8 of the third. Alright, let's try the whole section relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was my remake of the Sails of Charon by Scorpions. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'll catch you real soon.